Hey guys, Adam here from DressingTrader.com. Let's do today's recap and talk about what happened and what we see moving forward. Another big update here on the indexes, on the crude market. All pretty good. I mean, we were expecting that in the crude. We were actually looking for maybe a little pause here on the S&P, pretty much all the stock index futures. But let's go over some of these markets. Here's the S&P. This is actually a daily chart here, and we've been talking recently on these nightly videos about getting a little bit of a pullback. I didn't anticipate a V bottom here on the stock index futures, but at this point, the way things are going, it just flat out appears that's what we're going to get. So, as we're seeing right now, that's pretty well is what it looks like, but tomorrow, if we open up and we continue to push above today's highs, there's only one direction I'll be looking. I'll be looking to go with this position. But if we can get a break down tomorrow, just as I've been talking about, any type of downside movement, I will resort to my 5 or 15-minute chart, see if things start to roll over, and I'll start to look for downside opportunity. I am still looking at this same type of opportunity. Anytime something gets pushed for an extended period of time, you can always look at your intraday charts. I prefer to look at a 5 or 15-minute chart and get them reversal opportunities. Am I playing this to revert all the way back and start selling off again? No, but I am looking for a little bit of a drop here. So if I pull up tomorrow and on say a 15-minute chart, and we can start to see this thing start to roll over, even provide us with something along these lines. This is what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for this thing to start creating some new lows, and then start to kind of, a little peak out here, and then when it starts to roll over, I'll go over to like a 233 tick chart. 233 tick chart, and I'll start to, in this areas, once we get a nice pullback, little bit of a pop, and then we can start to see a 5 or 15-minute chart rolling over, I'll look for them rollover opportunities to take pullbacks on down on a 233 tick chart. But not going to get too aggressive. I need to see a nice little steady push down on the 15-minute chart. Or a 5-minute chart, whatever you guys prefer to use, and start to see it start to push down tomorrow. If that's the case, I will go with it to the short side. But if we get up above today's highs, so it'll be previous day's highs, today's highs, there's only one direction I'll trade, and that's to the long side. So there we are on the S&P. The Russell is going to be the exact same analysis, guys. Let me pull up this daily chart here. Here's the daily chart of the Russell. Same thing. We're getting so extended here to the upside. Can it keep going and going and going? Absolutely. But there comes a point that once it starts to roll over, use your anchor charts and look for opportunity to the other direction. So I will be looking for short opportunities unless we're above previous day's high, meaning today's high. So above previous day's high, I'll be looking long. Below, I'm going to look for this thing to start rolling over. Just a little pullback. That's all I'm looking for, guys. And here on crude, I am actually looking for a pop here in crude. We've been talking here for quite some time. This is actually the daily chart of crude. We have been looking for a pop up towards this 21 EMA. So we are looking for a pop here in crude. We just haven't gotten it. Normally we like to see that revert back to that 21 period moving average. It just hasn't happened. It's not that I'm looking for this thing to go to the moon. I just expect it to get a little pop, and that's all I've been looking for. So same thing tomorrow. If we can get it back up above the previous day's highs, so above today's highs, I'm going to look for long opportunities here on crude. We had a nice talk in the live trading room this morning about crude. A gentleman said we don't trade it as much, and I said, what have I been looking for the market to do? And he goes, pop back up towards that 21 period moving average. Okay, so for the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been waiting for this thing to get a pop back up towards this 21 moving average. We've gotten so extended down here. I'm just looking for a little bit of a pop here on the dailies. And what have we been doing? We've been doing this. And that's probably the main reason why I've not been trading crude as much as I normally have been. So crude is one of my favorite markets. I really enjoy trading it, but if it's not going to react the way that I have kind of planned for it to react, I just don't get trades, guys. So that's a good kind of rule of thumb. If the markets are not doing what you want them to do, just sit back, find yourself another market, or just be patient and wait for it to happen. Because if you continue to try and grind and grind and grind and try to make the market do what you want it to do, it usually ends fairly badly for you. So that might be a little refresher here. So hope that helps, guys. If we can get a pop-up in crude, I'm going to look for an opportunity here. If crude continues to chop sideways, I might just be waiting a little longer. So I'm going to look at a possible rollover tomorrow and the stock index futures, and then maybe in the near future look for this crude to start popping here. I'll continue to be patient, but I hope this helps, guys. We're kind of being patient here. We're not really getting too aggressive with our nightly videos, not getting too aggressive in the trading room, simply because the opportunities were just waiting. The markets were kind of going through their little funk here. Plus, we have Fed statement tomorrow, guys, so be very, very, very cautious. I recommend, if you can, only trade the morning session unless you always trade the Fed. It adds, tomorrow you'll come out and you'll see some beautiful setup, and all of a sudden it just flat out won't work, and it'll have some spike, and you're like, what in the world? That's just speculation going on, and it just causes a little bit more havoc on actually day trading. So if you can avoid it, try to be nice and cautious tomorrow. But I will wish you luck, and that's it. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and email me, Adam@directiontrader.com. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.